Yes, hello. Good evening. This is our school management system, and I want to take you through some of the features that are in this system. First of all, we begin with the login form, and this login form is by default it has admin login form, but then admin creates account for other people as we are going to see. So I'm going to log in. So I have logged in as an admin. So this is the interface. We have a side bar and a top bar. Then we have this toggle button whereby you can collapse this side bar so that you can have a wider space here, and you can as well hover on each icon to see what is that drop down, and as well you can click anywhere to go to that page. You can as well click here to bring that a sidebar back. So as you can see that here in the up on the top bar, we have drop downs, like we have this one for O level. Now when you look at O level, in the Uganda education system, we have O and A level in the secondary level. So this system accounts for each one. So as you can see that we have this entire drop down taking care of A level stuff, and then we also have this one for A-level stuff. Then we also have a library feature which is used to manage library. Then you have general settings where you set most of the things that are going to apply to both levels and the entire system. So to begin with, in this setting, you have what we call a school profile, and this school profile is where the admin sets the system, gives the information about the school, for example, the school name, and what you put here is exactly what is going to be reflected here. Now let me try to remove N, and I try to save. So you're going to see that even this two will go away. I'm going to save. Now you can see that when I save, this two will go away. So this is what we have here. Then here is where you set the current year and the term. What you set here is going to determine everything that is going to be entered in database, everything that the system is going to show. Then here the school motto, then when this term ends, and how when the next term begins, then school contact details, and then here you upload the school logo. So the school logo you upload here is the one that is going to appear in the tab here. As you can see that it is the same as this one. So you can as well choose any other photo based on your school, and that same photo will be populated here. Let me first go back to dashboard. So now here we have the profile of the user. You can click here to log out. Here to give you the full name of that user and the username. So you can click here on profile to change the profile picture, which and if, when you save, for example, if I come and try to upload a picture, right now I have this one. Let me try to upload any picture. Let me upload this. And now you can see that the moment you choose a photo, this save button will automatically come. And now when you click on that, it's unfortunate that it's still the same photo. Let me try to get a new one, a photo that is not that. So something like this. So the moment I press save, and that this same photo will automatically come here. So here they tell you the username, then the role of that person who is currently logged in. Are you an admin? Are you head teacher? Are you a teacher? Something like that. Then you can as well come here to change your profile information about you. Then you can click here to change password. But then you only change this password when you remember the current password. You can't reset this password if you don't know the current password. But of course, you can't log in when you don't know the current password. So just come here, you enter the current password, then you put the new password, and then you confirm it here. And then briefly about the dashboard. in the dashboard, we have the active term that I told you is general setting. Then if you want to change the active term, you can just come here, you choose any year, then any term, and then you come and click apply. Then you can view some stuff. For example, you can see how many students do we have maybe in 2025 term, and then you say apply, and that information will be populated here. Then you can click here to reset so that it reflects what is in the with what is set in the school profile. So now here we have total students in the school. So right now the system has 132 students, whereby you have 42 female students and 90 male students. Then this one shows the staff, number of staff. We can see that we have 16 teaching staff and 1 non-teaching staff. Then of these ones, how many people are in boarding? So you can see that here we have 96%. 96 of the students out of the 132 are in boarding, and the 36 are in the section. Then here we can see the probable earnings, like projected earnings, like according to how we set here. We are going to see it here in the finance. So the system will calculate and tells you that in this term, this is what the total amount that you are expected to earn. Then of course this graph shows the population of the class. You can see that in senior one we have 25, 25, 25. So this bar shows the number of students we have per class. Then this graph shows you the progress of the school fees, like how much have you collected. So you can see that as per now, we have not collected anything. That's why you can see that the balance is 100%. We don't have any collected money. But then when you start collecting money, this one will keep on. This percentage will reduce based on how much you have collected in relation to the total projected amount. And then here we have a section of best performers. So this section basically shows you. It basically shows you each best performer in each class. So from senior 1 to senior 6, it will pick the best performer, the first student, and it will display that person or that student here. And then here it will show you the average score of that person. So these are for O level. Then I have not yet fed full information of the A level. By when you're done filling that information, they will of course get populated here. Then here, this is notice board. This notice board, like you want to communicate something to people, maybe to students, maybe to teachers. You just come here, you go to create announcement. Then you come here, you add an announcement. I can maybe say football match, okay, end of term exam. Then you can write maybe this is to inform you that we shall have our end of term exams on maybe 1st June. Then here, which type of users do you want to access this information? So I can say maybe teachers. Then when do you want this information to expire? Like for how long is it going to be valid? So let me say it's up to 27th. Then here, who is that person that has posted that information? So I will say those. Then I will come and save that information. So the announcement we will come here on the table. You can see that you can delete it, you can edit it. So now when you go back to our dashboard, we shall find that there is an announcement here. You You can see it here. Then these are just quick buttons. You can add student, upcoming events, things like that. Then here, this section will be populated by the recently added learners. Then this is the attendance. We're going to talk about it. Then and now when you go back, when you go to student drop down, you can see that here you can add the students, and it has a progressive bar whereby you add here, you go to another section, then you can add the information here, then up to when you save. And then when you go back to, when you go to quick registration, so now we have two ways of registering students. You can use this one if at all you have time, but now because this one you can start, you have to go through three steps. But then if you want to quickly add a student so that you can complete their information data, you can just come here. This one has only one section. You just answer, then you just fill these ones, the most critical information, then you go and submit. Then such students, you can always come here to update students and you complete their information, or you can come to view students. Then here on view students, you can see that we have view each particular student. So now when I click here, let me choose a student because information is not yet fully registered, like this one here. So when I click here, I get information about that student. You can see that I can print it. Then now I can click here to edit all the information I have not yet put. So I can come and say I want to put parent information. Then I can come here and enter that data, or I can come here and I say maybe I didn't put class or stream. I'll just come and enter that information here. Then after I will save. Then we have update students. Here, this is bulk update whereby you can update more than one student at the same time. So now this is what I talked about, that the year and the term you set in the school profile is exactly what's going to come here by default. So it's up to you to change to anyone that you want. So you can choose a class like this, then you click here. So we said that this is bulk update. So you can say you can change more than one field at the same time, at a time. So let's see what else is remained here. So this is to put student photo. So if you registered without photos, you can just come here and upload those photos. So I can come here, I choose a photo. Let me say this one. I put and I upload, and that photo will be populated there, and that photo will automatically come here. So when you go to Abomugisha Isaac, let me go to view student, and I look for a student called Abomugisha Isaac. Actually, here it is. If I click here, I'll find when that student has their photo. Then this one, student summary, promote students. Now this one for parent account. This system is designed in a way that a parent can view information about their student. For example, they can view school fees, they can view their performance, they can view their attendance, and we are going to see how this one works. So the admin creates the account, and how do you create account? You get the phone number of the parent of the student's parent. Then on login, the parent will be obliged to enter the phone number and the username and the password. So the phone number at start will act as both the username and the password, but on logging in, the parent will be required to change the password. Uh, on staff, we have add staff. On add staff whereby you enter the staff's information. Then you have view staff where you see all the staffs they have either entered. Then here on enroll, this is where you enroll staff. So the staffs you enter here will appear here. Then after you enroll them by giving them passwords, and what role are they going to play in the system? Are they going to be head teachers, admin, class teachers, subject teachers, things like that? Then those roles uh, or roles like a head teacher and those things there, all staff position, they are all set here. You can click here. Now you can see that you have those class teacher up to those. So you can click here to add a new role. Then now here on staff positions, here on view staff users, now these are the staff that we have and their role. So now this one, for example, this one, Bazigui James, you can see that this is their username. Then the other time when I talked about changing password, I said that you can only set password through profile when you remember the current password. But then if you have forgotten the password, you just have to tell the admin, then the admin comes here and resets that password. So you can as well click here to change the role, the permission or the role of that user. But then here we have what we call staff roles. And now these staff roles is because the system works in a way that you access features based on the role you have in the system. So you can find that the class teacher will not see the same thing as maybe the head of department or the DOS. So you assign those roles here. So for example, if I come to DOS, you can see that the DOS and academics can see all these ones, but they can't lock marks. But then when you go to students, on part of students, the DOS will be able to see all these ones. So if you don't want the DOS to do a certain thing, you just come and you toggle it here, and it will automatically be saved. And then when you log in as a DOS, you will not be able to access this feature. And then on exams, we have where you add exams that are done in that school, both A and A level. So you can click here to see to tell the system, are you adding as an exam for O level or A level? And then those exams will be added here. So you can filter and see those ones for O level, or you can as well come here and see only those for A level. And these exams, you have what we call exam settings. Then and now here you determine which of those subjects that you have added, which subject is going to be done in which class. Now, for example, you can see that here we have senior one, and they are all going to do all these sets of exams. So if you don't want that set to be done by senior one, and then it will not as well be it will not appear on their report card. You just come and you toggle it off here. So the same applies to A level. You can come and say maybe senior 5 will not do mid-term. Then you come and turn off mid-term here. And then that exam will not appear on the report. Then on student attendance, this is not so much important. Then you can see that even in exams, you can lock marks. Then, like for example, you can say that we have set a deadline beyond which teachers are not allowed to enter marks. So you come here to lock exams. So if you want to lock exams instantly, you just come and click here. But then if you want exams to lock after some time, you can enable automatic lock. Then you choose the date on which the oral entry exams will be locked. And then another thing I didn't talk about here in exam settings, we have where you manage in exams, we have where you tell the system the maximum score of that exam. For example, you can see that here on beginning of term they are all out of 100. So, but now you can decide and say, no, we want this beginning of term to be out of 8. Then you come and you type that 8. And actually the same applies to A level. Now you can see that A level in end of year activities, you can determine whether it's going to be marked out of 80 or out of 100. But then even if you set out of 100 and those exams are added out of 100 or are entered out of 100, that exam will have to be converted to 80 because according to the CBC competence-based curriculum, end of year assessment contributes 80%. Then all those activities of integration you have done will contribute 20%, which make the total of 100. So even if you put 100, the system will read this 100, but then will convert it to 80. Then add on on how the student has performed in activity of integration. But then when you choose out of 80, it will automatically leave it the way it is. Then just add the total of the activity of integration. And then when you come here to comments, now here you enter comments that you want to be on a report. Then when you come here to report comments, you can see that a class teacher or anyone can come here and they say, maybe I want to comment on senior one. Then they click here. Then now here, they will get this one. Okay, they will get these exams. And then they will, let me choose like senior 5. Now you can see that they will get these exams, they see how the students have performed, then they will comment based on how they have performed. So you can see that right now there are no comments added, but you choose a comment here, and if that comment is not here, you can as well come and just type it here. Then also this one grades or ranks those reports based on the best done up to the least done. Then when you come to report cards, just come to generate report. You come here, you can say maybe I want to get for senior 5, and you can generate all those reports here. So how do you enter marks? You can come for A-level, you come here. Now if you've logged in as an admin, you just choose who is entering marks. Then you can see that this one is saying this one is exams are locked. Let me first go and unlock them. Open. I will save. Then when I come back here, I'll say I want to enter for this one. Then when you choose this one, automatically this one will filter based on the subjects that are given to that teacher and the classes, and then they can come and enter those marks here. Me, I already entered them. That's why you can already see them. You can see them here. The same applies to A-level. Then basically that's all about the system. But then when you go to, because I said that what an admin sees is not what other teachers see in the system. Now, for example, let's see a certain user who's not an admin. Now, like this one, basic subject teacher. So now let me log out and I enter as Bazigu. Now you can see that this one does not get the same information. You can even see that their dashboard is not as populated as the other one. For admin, you can see that we don't have fees collection, the graph for fees, things like that. Then also here, what they access is not the same as what the admin accesses. Now you can even see that they can't lock exams. They can lock exams, but I think this one should do. But of course, these ones are just privileges that the admin gives, so you can always tag them off. So you can see that there are some things now you can see that here they cannot upload photos, so things like that. And then we talked about parents. We are going to try creating some account for parent. Now, when you're creating account, first of all, you have to be having the phone number. So I'm going to come here and I look for student's parent phone number. Now, like this one for the student code Abomugisha number. I come to students parents account. I come and put it here. So our account is created for parent Abomugisha. And then when I come and try to log in as a parent, you can see that the first time I'm going to enter all these ones as the login details. Now here they will automatically prompt me to to create new password. So the phone number becomes the username, and then here you set your own password. And now this is the parent portal. You can see that the parent can see the information about their students. If they have more than one student, they all display here. And then here you can see view, you can view fees, report card, attendance, and all those things. But then right now they are not there. That's why they are not populated. Now you can see that the report here comes for that student. Yeah, so basically that's all about the system. Maybe you can suggest some things we can add in. Yeah, so thank you for the time and for your attention.